Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start today by telling you something that I know to be true. You were not made by accident. Every one of you has a purpose, a destiny, and the potential to achieve greatness. But here's the thing, greatness doesn't come by following someone else's path, copying someone else's moves, or rushing to the finish line. Greatness comes when you learn to embrace your own unique journey, your own pace, and trust that the road you're on is exactly where you need to be. We live in a world where comparison is almost second nature. We scroll through social media, we watch other people's successes, and we can't help but wonder, why is their journey happening so much faster than mine? Or how did they get there so quickly? And you know what? That mindset, that comparison is dangerous, it's destructive. Because, my friends, if you're constantly measuring your life against someone else's, you'll never truly see the beauty in your own path. You won't recognize the power in your own story. And that's where the struggle begins, when you forget that your journey is uniquely yours. You are on your own path, and there's a reason why your journey doesn't look like someone else's. There's a reason why your timeline is different, your struggles are different, and your victories come at a different pace. That reason is called destiny. Your destiny is aligned with you, and only you can unlock it by running your own race. See, it doesn't matter if someone else gets there before you. It doesn't matter if someone else's career is taking off while you feel stuck. It doesn't matter if someone else has the family you want, the house you want, the success you want, because your journey is yours. The timing is yours. And what's for you, what's truly meant for you, will come to you in its own time. But here's the thing. You can't afford to stop. You cannot afford to quit because the road feels long or because your race is taking longer than you expected. You've got to keep running. You've got to keep believing in yourself even when the finish line feels far away. You got to keep trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to where you're meant to be. Trusting the process, trusting the journey, that's where the magic happens. That's where growth happens. You see, there's a difference between wishing for success and working for it. And working for it, it isn't about racing against the clock or against other people or against the world's expectations. It's about showing up every single day, doing what you can with what you have, and being consistent. That's the key to success: consistency, not speed. I want you to think about the last time you watched a movie or read a book and you couldn't wait to see how it ended. What made you excited about the ending wasn't just that the story would wrap up, but how the characters navigated their struggles, how they grew, and how they overcame obstacles along the way. Their journey made them who they were. You see, we don't learn the most important lessons in the easy time. We don't grow the most when everything is smooth. We grow when the road is rough. We grow when we feel like giving up but push through anyway. We grow when we realize that we are capable of handling challenges that we never imagined we could. Now, I want you to think about the last time you ran a race. Maybe it was when you were in school, or maybe it was just a fun run you did for charity. The first thing you learn is that it doesn't matter how fast someone else is running. It doesn't matter who's in front of you. What matters is the pace you set for yourself. You don't win a race by sprinting at someone else's speed. You win it by running your race at your pace with your strength. And you keep going even when it gets hard. That's life. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. And you have to be patient with yourself. Patience is one of the hardest virtues to practice. But let me tell you something. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about understanding that timing is everything. When you trust that everything in your life is happening as it should, you release the anxiety that comes from trying to rush things. Trust the timing of your life. Trust that you are right where you need to be in this moment. Yes, it may feel like you're behind. Yes, it may feel like everyone else is ahead of you. But I assure you, your race is not their race. Your journey is not their journey. What's for you will come to you when the time is right. You have to believe that. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I've been trying for so long and I feel like I'm getting nowhere. And I get it. There are days when the struggle seems impossible. First, understand that every person has a unique path and yours is just as valid as anyone else's. The world may often make you feel like you should be moving at a faster pace, but your journey is your own and it unfolds in its own time. It's important to remind yourself regularly that you do not need to compare yourself to anyone else. Their journey is theirs to take, and yours is for you to discover. Constantly measuring your progress against others will only slow your personal growth and diminish your self-esteem. The pressure to be successful by certain societal benchmarks often pushes us toward premature actions. Society tells us there's a right time to achieve milestones like marriage, career success, or home ownership, but this timing often doesn't take into account your individual circumstances. Embrace the fact that you can succeed at any age or stage in life. Success is not defined by a specific timeline. It's defined by personal growth and fulfillment. It's okay if your path doesn't look like anyone else's. People often take different routes to reach similar goals, and the key to success is persistence, not conformity. Don't try to mimic someone else's journey simply because it appears smoother or faster. Your struggles and triumphs will mold you into the person you're meant to become, and that process is uniquely yours. When you focus on your own journey, you begin to realize the power of timing. There is no need to rush because everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Patience in the face of challenges is incredibly important because it's in those moments of waiting that the most significant lessons are learned. Trust that what's meant for you will not pass you by, even if the process takes longer than expected. When you embrace the journey, you also learn to embrace setbacks. Setbacks are not failures. They are simply lessons in disguise. They teach you resilience and perseverance, and without them, you might never learn the depth of your own strength. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you grow more equipped for the challenges that will come. Success doesn't happen overnight, and even the most successful people have experienced failure along the way. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who give up is their willingness to keep moving forward even when things don't go according to plan. Stay committed to your goals even on days when it feels like nothing is going right. One of the hardest things to do in life is to stay true to yourself. The world often pressures you to conform to standards and expectations. But the most powerful and fulfilling life is the one where you honor your true self. Don't get caught up in doing things simply because it's what others expect of you. Live according to your values, your beliefs, and your personal ambitions. We all face moments of self-doubt, but the key is to push through those moments and keep moving forward. Doubt is natural, but it doesn't define who you are. Take small steps every day toward your goal, and the momentum you build will help silence the doubt over time. The more you show up for yourself, the less room doubt will have in your life. Your self-worth should never be tied to external validation. It's tempting to look for approval from others, but the real source of confidence comes from within. Know your worth, and don't let anyone make you feel less than you are. You are enough as you are, and you have everything within you to succeed. Let go of the need for perfection. Perfectionism can paralyze you and prevent you from taking action. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay not to have everything figured out. Progress comes from learning and adapting along the way, and you'll never experience growth if you're always waiting for the perfect moment to act. There will always be distractions, challenges, and detours on your journey. The key is to stay focused on your vision and not let these external factors throw you off course. Your goals are your guiding light, and you must remain steadfast, even when things get difficult or uncertain. Having a strong support system is crucial. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Seek out mentors who can provide guidance, and find friends who celebrate your successes and uplift you during your struggles. However, even with a solid support network, you must rely on your own strength to continue moving forward. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey. The joy comes from the progress, the growth, and the lessons learned along the way. Appreciate every small victory, because these are the moments that make the final destination worthwhile. Consistency is one of the most important ingredients to success. It doesn't matter how big or small your actions are each day. What matters is that you keep showing up day after day. Consistency builds habits, and habits shape your future. When you remain consistent, you'll find that success isn't as elusive as it may seem. Time will pass whether you are working towards your goals or not. The key is to use that time wisely. Every day offers an opportunity for growth, learning, and progress. Don't waste time wondering when things will happen. Make things happen. Your journey will require you to make tough decisions. At times, you'll have to let go of things that no longer serve you, even if they once felt important. Whether it's a relationship, a job, or an old habit, holding on to things that don't help you grow will only hold you back. Don't be afraid to release what's no longer aligned with your purpose. You can't control everything. There will always be factors outside of your influence that will affect your journey. The only thing you can control is how you respond to these challenges. It's your reaction that will determine the direction of your path. Choose to respond with positivity, determination, and resilience. Sometimes the greatest lessons come from taking risks. While it's important to be thoughtful and strategic, don't let fear hold you back from stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth often requires you to take risks and face uncertainty head on. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. We often feel like we have to do everything alone, but success isn't a solitary journey. There are people, resources, and tools available to help you along the way. Don't be afraid to lean on others when the road gets tough. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of bigger goals and forget to acknowledge the steps you've already taken. Taking a moment to celebrate each victory, no matter how minor it may seem, will keep you motivated and energized for the next phase of your journey. You can't please everyone, and that's okay. Not everyone will understand or support your choices, and that's not your problem. Your journey is about fulfilling your own purpose, not about earning approval from others. Stay true to what feels right for you. Trusting your journey means accepting that things won't always go according to plan. There will be unexpected twists and turns, but it's in these moments that you discover your true resilience. Sometimes the detours end up being the most valuable parts of your journey. It's important to be kind to yourself. The world is already filled with critics, and the last thing you need is to add to that negativity by being hard on yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion and encouragement that you would offer to a friend. Fear of failure often holds us back from taking action, but failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Every failure brings you one step closer to your ultimate success. Don't let fear paralyze you. Let it fuel your determination to keep going. Focus on the present moment. Too often, we get bogged down by thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future. But true growth happens when you are fully present in the now. Focus on what you can control today and trust that the future will unfold as it should. Remember that no one can walk your path for you. You are the only one who can take the necessary steps to reach your goals. It's your actions, decisions, and mindset that will determine how far you go in life. Stay flexible and adaptable. Your journey will require you to pivot from time to time, and that's okay. The ability to adapt and adjust your approach will make all the difference. Rigidity can limit your growth, while flexibility allows you to seize new opportunities as they arise. Life is not a competition, it's a personal journey. Focus on competing with yourself. Strive to be better than you were yesterday. The only person you should measure yourself against is the person you were at the start of your journey. It's important to find your passion. When you are passionate about what you're doing, the journey doesn't feel like work. Passion fuels persistence and gives you the strength to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Do not rush the process. You may feel pressure to speed things up, but growth takes time. Like planting a seed and waiting for it to bloom, your progress will unfold when the time is right. Keep watering it with effort and watch it grow. There is no one right way to succeed. Everyone's definition of success is different. For some, success may be a thriving career. For others, it might be a loving family. Or for others, it may be inner peace. Define success on your own terms and pursue it with purpose. When you trust your own journey, you begin to realize the incredible power you have to shape your life. You are the author of your story, and every decision you make writes a new chapter. Own your story, embrace your unique path, and keep moving forward with confidence. Success is about consistency, and persistence, not speed or perfection. Keep showing up, keep trying, keep evolving. And remember, the race isn't against anyone else. It's about staying true to yourself and trusting that you will get where you need to go exactly when you're supposed to. Understanding that your journey is unique is crucial. Everyone is going to experience different timelines, opportunities, and challenges. We tend to measure our progress based on the speed or success of others, but doing so distracts us from what really matters, finding our own rhythm. If you constantly compare yourself to others, you'll fail to see the beauty in your own pace and the things you are achieving, no matter how small they seem. It's not about rushing through life, but honoring the timing that fits your personal circumstances. The societal pressure to hit milestones like owning a home, getting married, or climbing the corporate ladder is incredibly strong, but those are not universal indicators of success. For some people, achieving these goals early in life may work out perfectly, but others may need more time or a different approach to reach fulfillment. The point is that success doesn't have a set timetable. When you accept this, you free yourself from the burden of having to fit into the traditional mold of what success should look like. It's perfectly okay if your journey doesn't match someone else's. Just because someone seems to have it all figured out doesn't mean you should follow their path. Your struggles, your learnings, and your wins all form a unique narrative that shapes who you are. If you constantly try to live someone else's life, you'll miss the chance to explore your own potential. Running your own race means understanding your strengths and weaknesses, your desires and your limits, and honoring those in your day-to-day choices. Trusting your own journey requires patience. You may look around and see others getting what you want faster or easier, but that doesn't mean you're behind. You're on the right track, even when it doesn't feel like it. Each step you take, even if it's a small one, is part of the process. If you constantly rush, you might skip over important lessons that only come from time and experience. Trust that your path is exactly as it should be and that things will unfold as they're meant to. Setbacks are a natural part of growth. They are often the moments when we learn the most about ourselves. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, try seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow. They can offer perspective and help you build resilience. When you face challenges head on and keep pushing forward, they don't feel like obstacles anymore. They become stepping stones to something greater, helping you refine your journey. Failure is often seen as a negative outcome, but it's essential to remember that failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. If you look at any successful person, you'll find that they've encountered failure, learned from it, and come out stronger. Don't fear failure, embrace it as a necessary part of the journey. Each failure gives you invaluable information about yourself and the world around you, helping you make better decisions moving forward. The world is filled with distractions, whether it's the noise of others' expectations or the temptation to take shortcuts. Distractions are everywhere. Staying focused on your own journey means tuning out what doesn't serve your goals. If you can learn to block out the noise, you'll be in a much stronger position to continue progressing towards your dreams. When you focus only on your own race, you develop the clarity you need to move forward without being derailed. Success often looks easy from the outside, but it's the result of hard work, persistence, and consistency. People may get the impression that success comes quickly or without effort, but the reality is that it's often a long road of small, steady actions. The secret to success isn't in having everything figured out at once. It's in showing up consistently, day after day, and continuing to build momentum. Your journey is a reflection of who you are, and self-acceptance is at the core of it. When you stop trying to live by the expectations of others and begin embracing your own individuality, your confidence will soar. Don't be swayed by what others think about your choices. The only opinion that truly matters is your own. The more you honor yourself and your values, the more aligned you will feel with your journey, and that alignment will help propel you forward. The journey can be tough, and moments of self-doubt are normal. When doubt creeps in, remember that it's a sign that you care and that you're taking risks. But don't let that doubt hold you back. Every step you take, no matter how uncertain, moves you forward. Trust in your ability to handle challenges and remind yourself that doubt doesn't have the power to define your path, your actions do. It's important to develop an internal sense of worth that doesn't rely on external praise or validation. When you get your value from within, it doesn't matter how many accolades you receive or don't receive. You are enough as you are. This is crucial because as you work toward your goals, you'll encounter both praise and criticism. Your ability to stay grounded and true to yourself will determine how you navigate the highs and lows. Perfectionism is a trap that many fall into. It paralyzes us because we fear that anything less than perfection isn't good enough. But the truth is, perfection doesn't exist. It's an ideal that keeps you from moving forward. Strive for progress, not perfection. Every mistake you make is just another chance to learn and improve. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be authentic, to learn, and to grow along the way. The road to success isn't always linear. There will be times when it feels like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, and that's okay. Progress isn't always measured by rapid forward motion. Sometimes you'll need to reassess, regroup, and adjust your approach. The key is to keep moving, even if that movement is slow at times. Every action you take, no matter how small, is part of your journey toward growth. As you pursue your own race, you'll face moments when you need to make tough decisions. Sometimes this means letting go of things or people that no longer align with your vision. Holding on to these things may feel comfortable or familiar, but if they don't contribute positively to your path, it's time to let go. By releasing what no longer serves you, you create space for new opportunities that are more in line with where you're headed. While there are many things in life we can't control, we can always control how we respond to challenges. External circumstances will never fully dictate your life unless you allow them to. If you can shift your perspective, you'll begin to see challenges as growth opportunities rather than barriers. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have. Choose to face adversity with resilience, optimism, and the belief that you can overcome anything. Fear often holds people back from taking risks, but risk is essential to growth. The people who succeed are often the ones who step into the unknown, take chances, and don't let fear stop them from pursuing their dreams. Remember, failure doesn't happen unless you try, and without trying, you'll never know what you're capable of. When you face fears or uncertainties, sometimes you just need to take a leap of faith. There's no way to know the future with certainty, but the willingness to step out of your comfort zone can open up new doors. You don't always need a clear path ahead sometimes. You just need the courage to walk it, one step at a time. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's one of the strongest things you can do. No one succeeds alone, and even the most successful people have relied on mentors, advisors, and friends for support and guidance. Surround yourself with people who encourage and challenge you. Don't hesitate to lean on them when things get tough. We're all in this together. Celebrating small victories along the way is important. We tend to focus only on the big milestones, but it's the smaller moments, the daily improvements and wins that fuel our long-term success. Celebrate the small steps because they're the ones that build momentum and keep you moving forward. When you celebrate, you acknowledge your growth, and that keeps your energy high. You won't be able to please everyone, and that's okay. There will always be critics, and some people will misunderstand or disagree with your decisions. But that doesn't matter. As long as you're staying true to your values and moving toward your own goals, the opinions of others should not derail you. Stay focused on your mission and trust that you're on the right path. Sometimes the unexpected turns out to be the most valuable. Life has a way of surprising you, and the detours you didn't anticipate may end up being exactly what you needed. Instead of fearing the unknown, welcome it. Every turn is part of your adventure, and it's often the unplanned moments that lead to the greatest discoveries. Being kind to yourself is one of the most important habits you can develop. The world is filled with critics, so don't add to that noise by being hard on yourself. If you make a mistake or fall short of your expectations, show yourself grace. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to success, but failure should never be feared. It should be seen as a valuable part of the learning process. Every time you fail, you gain new insights and experiences that help you make better decisions next time. Keep pushing forward and remember that every failure brings you closer to eventual success. Stay in the present moment. It's easy to get distracted by thoughts of the past or worries about the future, but the only moment you truly have is now. Focus on what you can do today to move closer to your goals and trust that everything else will fall into place. The present is where your power lies. Taking control of your own journey means accepting responsibility for your choices and actions. While you can't control everything, you can control how you respond to each moment. Own your choices, learn from them, and keep moving forward. In the end, your journey is yours alone. Only you can walk the path that's meant for you, and only you can decide how you will navigate it. It's not about how fast or how perfect your journey is. It's about being persistent, consistent, and trusting that in the end, you will reach where you're meant to be.